Taziar Banza Balawan Banya Shala. Yahabashim Yashar Bagata. Sip that sip.
It's too much. Damn, it's way too much. Oh my goodness.
It'll be all right.
Lion Shroud.
Lion Shala. Yeah, I didn't mean to speak that much. It's like
Damn,
all right.
bro. That's it. Everybody could have bought them. Yeah, solve upon the walk for them, which means they're trying to say these. So we can go per the wash off for the dog. Abanaw. Shabbat Shema.
Shabbat Shema.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Malatka.
Tabah.
Tabaa. Radazaka.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Baratiza.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Lashman.
Natamanaw.
Lakam.
Cow.
Yawam.
Masalaknaw.
Masalaknaw.
Kabawatnaw.
Kasalatnaw. Kabawathinaw.
Wala.
Wala'a. Tabi'anaw. Manasaiwan. Abal. Hawashainaw. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Watapara. Lawalemium. Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
This is the Hakak, the power and the loss from Gadash. Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Babakasha. Natalanaw. Haka. Larpa'a. Kamakala. Wakal Marawa. Haka. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Haka. Lahakwim. Hamathium. Haka. Arakawa. Natama'ala. Lagarashan. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Tawada. Amen. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
All right, this is the blessed Israel and the lost one Kadash. Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Rakanaw. Wayasha'ala. Wahabaya. Saparia. Barak. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Tawada. Aman. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
All right, this book of Psalms, chapter 121, the last one, Gosh. Asha.
Ayanya. Ahaharyam. Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Azariah. Ma'ayim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratiza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. Laika, Wairak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'ai, Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yashar'Allah
he that keepeth Yashar'Allah
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in,
from this time forth
from this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and the last one with us. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Adamayalaka.
Adamayalaka.
Altakarash.
Altakarash.
Wata Shakwat.
Wa'ata shakwat. Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Hamayawa.
Yahamayawan.
Wamashana.
Wamashana.
Ka.
Yaka.
Nashawa.
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 Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Amaka.
Amaka.
Yarayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayata.
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 Wayata Yaitazawa.
Wayata Yaitazawa.
Wayata Yaitazawa.
Altazawanyaka.
Altazawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakatiyadam.
Wanakakidam.
Magawi.
Magalia.
Wala Yazakar.
Wala Yazakar.
Sham Yashal.
Sham Yashal.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Awatazawa.
Awaitazawa.
Naba.
Naba.
Yakagwa.
Nikadwa.
Awyaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Baryath.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashmalu.
Wayashma'aliam.
Wawaba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagaria.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Mamawan.
Waimawan.
Malak.
Waimalak.
Halashat.
Halashat.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Zerawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Ashalaham.
Ashalaham.
Kamadya.
Kamadyan.
Kasayasara.
Kasiyah Sarah.
Kayabya.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Payashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara.
Bayandara.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Dama.
Daman.
Ladama.
Ladama.
Saytamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayamawa.
Nadayamawa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazabak.
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 Wakatazamana.
Wakatazamanai.
Kaunasai Kamwa.
Kaunasai Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amaru.
Amarwa.
Narashah.
Nairashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Nawa.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Saytamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Raka.
Raka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tabaira.
Tabaira.
Yaira.
Yaira.
Wakalaba.
Wakalahaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Haryum.
Haryum.
Kantar Dafma.
Kanthar Dapma.
Basairika.
Basairika.
Wabasawa Padka.
Wabasawa Pathka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Webakwashwa.
Weabakwashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Debashwa.
Yabashwa.
Webahawa.
Weabahalwa.
Ayai.
Aigai.
Wekaparwa.
Weakaparwa.
Weabadwa.
Weabadwa.
Wedaiwa.
Weadaiwa.
Kaya'ata.
Kaya'ata.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Ayawan.
Al-Yawan.
Alcohol.
Al-Kahal.
Rataza.
Aratazah. Psalm chapter 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O
O
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
Have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have
They
said,
have said,
Come
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Yashar'Allah
In the name of Yahshua
may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kaisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeid. Yea, all their princes as Abab and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. Make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Now we have the blessing spread in the last one with us. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha'alawapim.
Ha'alawapim.
Hasaranyim.
Hasaranyim.
Equatazayoyim.
Equatazayoyim.
Hakauyayoyim.
Hakauyayoyim.
Wahakwatim.
Wahakwatim.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh
Shai.
Water.
Tawada. Amen. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Actually, there's no doing behind right there.
But yes, I know.
No, there isn't.
All right, with that, Mashavia. Shalom. Go ahead and adjust the mic. No, or the camera now. Shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai Barakatah. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'ashem Yahshai. This is the Isupk. It started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohanan. And we're here to teach the truth of the Bible. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites according to the scriptures. Okay, Blacks and Hispanics. Right now is the time for us to come back to our heritage. It's not the time to be messing around with the Christian church. It's not the time to be messing around with the ways of the world and the traditions of the world. We have to come out of this so that we can actually survive in these times. If you're seeking to survive in these times, if you're seeking refuge and protection, if you're seeking, well, I don't even want to say prosperity because we're not even close to being there yet. You know what I'm saying? We are undergoing judgment right now from the Most High. We're undergoing an era right now where you have two choices. You could choose life or you could choose death.
Right.
You could choose righteousness or you could choose wickedness.
Right.
You could be ignorant or you could be wise. It's up to you. But we offer these classes because we know that we're serving the Lord, and we come out here and we do, classes, the Sabbath service. We're going out to camp to teach our people out there, to reach out to our people that are across the four corners of the world because we need this truth now more than ever. Right now is the time for men to step up and follow the Most High and come back to their true heritage and awaken to their real identity. And so picking up from where we left off last week, we've been getting into the book of Exodus regarding Israel then being persecuted by the Egyptians. All of this is important nowadays as it was thousands of years ago. We're finding so many parallels about what's happening right now that directly coincide with what happened back then. So it's time for us to go ahead and get that going. We're going to read 7 verses at a time. All right. And do you know where we started off at?
Okay.
Go ahead. What's that?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 23. Wayamar, Alakia, Shalakha, Ata, Bania, Wayai, Badania, Wata, Mat, Wata, Ma'an, Lasha, Lakuwan, Khanaha, Anakia, Harag, Ata, Banat, Bakarak, verse 24. Wayahya, Barak, Bama, Lawan, Waya, Pagat, Shakhan, Yahweh, Wabaksha, Bamaya, the one. Verse 25. With a pot, Tazar, Para, Tazar, without Ra, the, Ata, I, Valata, Manya, Wata, Gai, Lara, Galaiwan, Wadamar, Kaya, Hatan, Damayam, Ata, Maya, verse 26. Waya, Rapar, Maman, Nawan, Azza, Amarat, Khatan, no, Khitan, Damayam, Lamawa, Natam, Wa, Wayam, verse 27. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Akharan, Laka, Lakarat, Masha, Hama, Dabra, Waya, Waylak, Waya, Paga, Shakhan, Bakhar, Alaham, Wayashka, Lawa, verse 28. Wayagad, Masha, Lakaran, Ata, Ka, Dabaraya, Yahweh, Ashar, Shalakim, Wata, Ka, Khatat, Ashar, Tazawa, Hawan, verse 29. Wailak, Masha, Haran, Waya, Sapawan, Ata, Ka, Squa, Naya, Bania, Yash'ala. Verse 30. When you're bar, Aharan, Ata, Kaya, Cow, Hadabar, Rayam, Ashar, Bar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Waya, Wayaash, Ha, Thought, Hathatha, La'ai, Yanaya, Ha'aim. Verse 31. Wayaman, Hayam, Wayasha, Ma'aiwa, Kaya, Pukad, Wahaya, Yahweh, Ata, Banya, Yashraal, Makaya, Rahan, Ata, Ainayam, Wajikwa, the one, Wayasha, the Kyan, verse chapter 5, verse 1. Where do I go? You one?
Did you read 7 verses?
I'm not sure, sir.
You start at verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus was 4 and what?
I might have to go back.
Go ahead and read it in English.
It was 4 and 14, right? No, that couldn't be.
It was Exodus 4 and 23.
Okay. 3, 5, 6, 7. All right. Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 23. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
Wait, hold on. What chapter and verse are you on?
Exodus
4 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, verse 24. And it came to pass by the way in the inn that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Verse 25. Then Sipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me. Verse 26. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision. Verse 27. And the Lord said to Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him.
There's a dynamic between Israelite men and women that go all the way back to this time, where men have a job to do, have responsibilities to do, and the women will naturally worry and complain and find things to keep them from locking in and just being completely obedient. You'll see a lot of examples of that. But when she made that remark, says, a bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision, it's almost like a grievous thing to them because they don't have that focus that men have to do what the Most High is requiring of them. Most of it is most likely due to a lack of understanding of the scriptures, especially in modern day times. Back then, this was obviously more word of mouth because the Bible wasn't written quite yet because the events were happening. But as they were happening, you have women that are, I don't know, she's not really coming against her husband saying it, but you can see that those slick remarks are things that may discourage a man that is not prepared for that. So you have to be prepared for not letting anything budge you from your purpose. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Read on.
Come. Verse 28. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. Verse 29. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. Verse 30. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. Verse 31. And the people believed, and when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped.
Keep on. Well, that was it.
All right. I read through one. So that was over 7.
31.
No, chapter 5, verse 1.
You go ahead and read that one too.
Okay. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
See, and this is exactly what the process was for Moses, because Moses was preparing. Well, here's the thing. Moses was actually telling the Pharaoh, this is like a willing deportation, so to speak. Let us go. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, there's a paradigm between that and modern day America, where you got people that are dying to get in here. But back then we were trying to go out and do our own thing. But what the Satan has done is destroyed the earth so bad that he's kind of puffed up America to be this sanctuary, when it's not really even a sanctuary. It's a place where it seems like everything's all good, but it goes against our people. It's designed that way, but they don't understand that. So they think that coming here is the answer to everything. But just as bad as their ignorances of that is also the fact that we are persecuted here and are threatening to send our people back to wherever we came from. And it's mostly our people. Because there may be some ICE raids in Chinatowns and stuff, but it's not nearly as common as you see in cities where our people are. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to read 7 more and then we'll switch.
All right. There's a book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1.
So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, through verse 8.
Okay. Wakar. Bawan. Masha. Wakaran. Wayamarwan. Al. Pariah. Kaham. Amar. Yakawa. Alahayam. Yasha'ala. Shalak. Ata. Amayan. Muyakia. Gawan. Laya. Bama. The Bara. Verse 2. Wayamar. Pariah. Maya. Yakawa. Ashar. Ashamaya. Bakolwa. Nashalak. Ata. Nasra'al. La'a. Yada. Taya. Ata. Yahweh. Wagam. Ata. Nasra'ala. La'a. Ashalak. Verse 3. Wayamarwa. Alakayim. Abaram. No. Ibrahim. Nakara. Ala Ya. Nawan. Nalaka, Na, the rock, Shala, Shata, Ya, Mayam, Bama, Darbar, Wana, Za, Bakiha, Yakawa, Alahayim, Panya, Panwa, Na, Pan, Yoga, Yapa, Ga, Ain one, Dabara, a one, Bakia, Rabah, verse 4, Wayamar, Alaham, Malak, Matazaraim, Lamaka, Masha, Wa'aran, Tapa, Rayan, Iwan, Ata, Hayam, Mama, I, Shayawan, Laquan, Lasa, Bala, the Yakam. Verse 5, Bayamar, Pariah, Han, Rabayam, Abha, Ayam, Haratza, Basha, Batam, Atam, Maza, Balatam. Verse 6, Wayatzan, Parayam, Pariah, Bayawam, Hahab, Hawan, Hahawa, Ata, Hna, Gasha, Yam, Baayam, Wata, Shata, Ra, one, no, Wata, Ra, Yun, Lamar, verse 7, La'a, Tza, Pa, 1, Lata, Labanwa, Laban, Layam, Lalaban, Khala, Banayam, Kata, Mawan, Mawal, Shalasham, Kham, Ya, Laquan, Bukwa, Shashan, Lakham, Taban, verse 8. You said read to 8? Wow.
Through 8, yeah.
All right. Okay. Mata, Matakwa, Mata, Khalaba, Nayam, Ashar, Ham, Shayam, the Mawal, Shalasham, Tishayam, Tishawam, Alakam, La'a, the Garayam, Mamanuam Kaya Nra Payam Kam Ila Kan Kam Tazai Quayam Lamar Nalaka Naza Bakyaha La'a Khayam Boa. How is this?
All right, let's get that in English.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 2. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
First thing we got to understand is the heathens, they don't know the Most High. The Most High doesn't reveal himself to them the way he does to us. So they don't have any previous understanding of how real the Most High is as a power that controls everything. And so it shouldn't be expected for them to understand this. And so what is it that he says? Read on.
I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go.
And that's why the heathens make the choices that they do regarding our people, because they don't believe that our people are ones that have the potential to be protected. Because why? Because they had basically already overtaken us and have us doing their bidding and their hard labor and building their society and constructing their roads and buildings. And so they see things going in their favor already. Why would they would have so much pride that they wouldn't even consider that our people can have something that protects them in a divine way. So he says, I know not this God, neither will I let Israel go. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 3. And they said, the God of the Hebrews hath met with us.
That's the important thing. He says, the God of the Hebrews met with us. Go ahead.
Okay, let us go. We pray thee 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword.
Now, here's the interesting thing here. The interesting thing here is that it was told for the Pharaoh to allow us to go and celebrate what we would consider now the Passover, but it was a 3-day feast originally, is what he's saying right here. Why did the Most High have him do that? Because the Most High knew that Pharaoh's heart would be hardened, right? Mm-hmm. So this was just a first step, just to show you that the Most High will do a narrative in the way that puts the heathen in a predicament where they can either go easy on us or they can double down on their oppression towards us.
No.
And what did they choose? Read on.
Okay. Verse 4. And the king of Egypt said unto them, wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works?
Mm-hmm.
Get you unto your burdens.
What did they say?
Get you unto your burdens.
King of Caesar said, wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works? Like, who are you to tell these people that they can take a day off? Get back to work. Get back to work. That's, you know what? That's no different than when we're prophesying on the street and people assume that we don't work. I have slavery. Go get a job. What are you doing? That's the same spirit that's in them. Why aren't you attending to your burdens? Why aren't you continuing to build us up? It's because just the spirit of us coming back to our culture naturally is a strong defiance against their kingdom and its sustainability. When we go back to our culture, it shakes them in a way that not even their body understands. Their spirit naturally clashes against it. And that's why they have this strong feeling of, well, if you're doing this for your God, then that's not helping me. And so the other nations are always only focused on what our people can do for them, not what they can do for us. Even when they make laws that benefit us, it's not even necessarily for us. It's for the other majority, the other people that can still use those same benefits. You understand what I'm saying? Get back to work is what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Who the heck are you trying to tell me that there's this God that y'all got to go make sacrifices for and have a feast for? No, because that would mean that y'all aren't working. That's the mentality that this place has against us. And the moment that we try to come up, or the moment that we try to stand on our own 2 feet, they either want to kick us out, they either want to persecute us, or oppress us to the point where we get imprisoned or we get booted out. After all the hard work that we've done that established that place from the get-go. America was built by Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the kingdom of heaven is going to be owned by Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. Because we're going to learn how to stand on our own 2 feet and not give a damn what these heathens have to say that have control over what we do on a day-to-day basis during the time of our captivity. Because that time's going to come to an end. Read.
Okay. Verse 5. And Pharaoh said, behold, the people of the land now are many, and you make them rest from their burdens.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 6. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, verse 7, you shall no more give people a straw to make brick.
Damn. Go ahead.
Okay. As heretofore, let them go and gather straw for themselves.
Just from the suggestion of us going to do our own thing, they ramp up their oppression. See what that is? Mm-hmm. Don't even give them straw to make their own houses. Make them go get it themselves after having to work a long day's work. That's no different than you working 40 hours a week, 50, 60 hours a week, and somehow, some way barely having enough to come home and pay your bills and gather the things you need to sustain your house. You understand? That's why this is so exact to what was going on back then. And also was a predecessor to us, of course, getting well used to making our own buildings. Let's not forget that. It's just that they made it even harder for us, so we had to work even harder. And that reflects in the Israelites today that build, is that they just naturally work hard because they know how much work goes into it. The moment you start to remove that from the talent base of your society, price is going to go up for that type of work. Efficiency is going to drop for that type of work being done in an efficient way that follows time crunches and things like that. You have to understand, seeing that the oppressors, they don't understand the repulsions, or the cause and effect of the decisions that they make that either benefit or go against us. Most of the time it's to go against us. We're seeing that clearly today. We're seeing that clearly back then. Oh, they want to make it harder. Who cares if this is going to affect their ability to produce for us? Let's make their lives even more harder. Just because. That's how they treat us. That's how they've always treated us. It doesn't matter which heathen nation is above us, because they always want to take advantage. And we need to make sure that we aren't taking on their mindset and trying to take advantage of each other the way they've taken advantage of us. That's another important part of us coming back to our culture, is understanding that only together can we make this thing possible. Read on.
Okay. Verse 8. And the total of the bricks which they did make thereof heretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish all thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, let us go and sacrifice to our God.
All right, with that, Amadio.
You call ya Allah, ban yashkar, ban yasha Allah.
You call Yahweh, ban Yashkar, ban Yasha Allah.
Yahweh Shem Yosef Rakal.
Yahweh Shem Yashar Bagatah.
Starting at verse 9, sir.
Verse 9.
What is it? This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Kakabar ha'ai bada al ha'a nasha yam wa ya ai shawa Bach, Wa'al, Yasha, Iwa, Bada, Salakia, Bada, Raya, Shakwar. Verse 10. Waya Taza Awa. Naga Shaya Ha'aim. Washa Tara Yawa. Waya Salakia. Waya Marwa. Al Ha'aim La Amar Ka Amar Parai Ayan Naya Nathan Lacham Thaban. Verse 11. Atham Lakan Salak Nakawa Kawa Lakam Taban Ma'ashar Tama Taza Awa Kaya Ayan Salakia Nagarai Ma'ai Ba Salakia Ma'ai Bada Thakam the bar. Verse 12. Waya Salakia Waya Pa Taza Salakia. How do you say that word, sir? Waya Pataza? Waya Pataza Ha'aim Bakal Arataza Matazarium Lakwash Shah Kwash Lata Lata Ban. Verse 12 verse 13. Wahana Gashayam Atazayam La Amar Kalan. So like Kalawa Ma'aisha Yakam with the bar. So like the bar. Yawam ba ya wa mawa kashar bahaya wath hatha ban. Verse 14. Waya kawa shataraya ba naya Yasra'ala Ashar Shamawa Ailaham Nagashaya Parai La Amar Mada it's like Mada Wa'ai La'a Kalaya Thum Kha Kwa Khum La Badan. It's like La Laban. Kathama wal. Shala shum gum. Thama wal. Gum. Chaya wum. Verse 15. Waya ba awa. Shata raya. Banya. Yashra Allah. Waya taza I kwawa. All. Parai. La mar. La ma. Tha'ai Shah Kha La'ai Badaya select La'ai Badarak. Verse 16. The bun.
That's the last verse, right?
Come on, sir. Ayan Nathan La'ai Badarak. Wala ba nayam amarayam lanawa aishan na aishawa wahana adabarak Makayam Hacha Ta'ath I Mach.
All right. Go ahead and get that in English.
Come on. Where we start, sir? Salaki.
It was verse 9, I think. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, 9.
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 9 in the English. Let their more work be laid upon the men, and that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. Verse 10.
Damn, it's like shut up and dribble.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? But like for the average Joe, that's wild. That's the kind of time that they on when it comes to us. It's like that men may labor therein and let them not regard vain words. And that's, you know why this scripture is so heavy and it shows their spirit? This is the reason why a lot of you brothers and sisters out there are not hearing the truth, because of this scripture right here. Because you have to work so hard to sustain the life that we have here. You don't even feel like you have the time nor the energy to do what they recall regarding vain words, which is what? In our reality, it's what? Us regarding the words of the Most High.
Right.
Regarding our culture, regarding our purposes. We're so brainwashed here in America and all around the world where our people are at to continue to support their society and do things that benefit their society, that part of their plan with that confederacy we read about in Psalm 83 is for them to continue to put their foot on our neck, meaning put us to work to the point of exhaustion where we don't even have the energy to even think of rebellion, to even think of going another way and coming back to our true heritage, which is why it's so honorable for every one of you brothers here in the school that is here with me, and for those of you online, for those of you that have been here in this truth with us in the Isupk and the Commanding General Yohana, to find that energy anyways, to not let this come to pass on you. Read that again.
Let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words.
Keep going.
Verse 10. And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Verse 11. Go ye, get your straw where you can find it, yet not aught of your work shall be diminished.
We know what that means, right? We just mentioned that. It's talking about don't expect us to let up on your work that you need, your quotas that you need to hit every day. Now you need to go and find some extra time that we give you for whatever we give you for your sleep or whatever, eat into your sleep schedule to go and take care of your own things. You have to work a little extra harder. That's why you could work a 9 to 5 and still have to do DoorDash and Uber Eats and all these different things, even after working a full shift. I'm telling you, it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. You have to see it. You have to understand these words is very relatable to your life, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. Go ahead.
Verse 12. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. Mm-hmm. Verse 13. And the taskmasters hasted them, saying, fulfill your works, your daily task, as when there was straw.
Yeah, you see that? As when there was straw. I need you to have the same energy, whether or not you get food stamps or not, whether or not you have food in your fridge or not. Just squeezing the life out of us is what they're doing. That's what they did back then. Most High saw that. He saw that. He sees what you're going through now. He sees the time crunching and the tax raising, the inflation. It all affects who? You, the end user, the consumer, the taxes that you have to pay. You understand what I'm saying? All of those things. The Most High has been seeing that. And those things have led to the judgment that he's decided on for this place. Because it's exactly what they did to Israel back then. It's no different now. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick both yesterday and today, as heretofore?
So they not only told them, go get your own straw, but they beat them for not producing the same amount of brick than when they did receive straw. You understand what I'm saying? It's an impossible task. You can't possibly produce as much brick if you have a big stack of straw to use set up for you right there versus you having to go and find it and gather it and then produce it. No, they're doing this, and this is oppression right here. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants?
He's asking the Pharaoh, how come you're treating us like this? Haven't we done enough work for you? Have we not been consistent? Now you're taking away our ability to do our work for you, and you're still requiring the same amount of work to be done. Why are these unfair conditions being set up here? You know what that is, modern day time? That's that DEI stuff that they done took away.
Right.
That's that brother that had a cerebral palsy, that brother that had a spine issue, that brother that had a disorder in his health, that now needs to work just as hard as someone else who has the ability to do so. And guess who's most likely to have the ability to do so? Their people. Because they have the better schools, they have the better credentials, the best merit. Now they set up those laws, the DEI laws, for an even playing field and a chance of people to work. But you see what I'm saying, though? Do you see the hypocrisy of this place? I don't care whether they have it or not. I'm just letting you know that that's the reality. That's how it affects people.
Right.
It affects veterans. It affects, that matters so much to us. But I'm saying, though, they do these things. It's a double-edged sword because it affects their production anyways. They're doing it just for the sake of political gain. They're doing it just for the sake of, yeah, look what I did to them. That'll show them. I want everybody to see that this is what I did to let them know their place. You don't see that in modern day time. I don't know what to tell you. You try to tell me Hispanics aren't Israelites. It's crazy. You're ridiculous. Go ahead.
Verse 16. There is no straw given unto thy servants, and they say to us, make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thine own people. Mm-hmm. Verse 17.
No, you gotta go back to the Hebrew.
Oh, come on.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
I was saying we were supposed to have it 15. That's fine. Whatever. Go ahead and go to 17.
Come on. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 17 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Nara, Payam, Atham, Nara, Payam, Al, Khan, Atham, Amarayam, Nala, Kha, Naza, Ba, Kha, La Yahweh. Verse 18. Wa'ai tha, La Kha, Kawa, I ba dawa, watha ban, la'a, yana than, lakham, watha khan, laba salaki, laba na yum, tha than nawa, na salaki, tha nawa. Verse 19. Wa ya ra awa, shata raya, banya, shara Allah, yashara Allah, atham, barai, la amar, la a, thagara, awa, iwa, mala, banya, yikam, dabar, yawam, ba ya, wa, mawa. Verse 20. Wa ya, pa, ga, iwa, ath, it's like atha, masha, wa ath, aharan, natazabayam, la kwara a thumb, bataza a thumb, ma'ath, parai. Verse 21. Waya, it's like waya marwa, alaham, yara, it's like yara'a, Yahweh, Ilayak, it's like Ilayakam, Waya Sha Pat, Ashar, Haba A Shatam, Ath, Raya Khanawa, Ba'ai Ya Night Naya, Parai, Waba I Ya Naya, Iba Yan, it's like Ibarayawa, Lath Tha, Karab, Ba Ya Dam, La Ga Nawa. Verse 22. Wa Ya Shab, Masha, Al, Yahweh, Wa Ya Mar, Ada Naya, Lamah, Hara'ai Tha, La'im, Hazah, Lamah, Za Shalach Thanaya. Verse 23. Wama Wamaaz Ba'athaya Al Parai Ladabar Basha Mach Harai La'im Hazah Waha Tazal La'a Hatazalath Atha Imak. Exodus chapter 6, verse 1.
No, that's it. Go ahead, go back to the English.
On concert. This is Exodus chapter 5, verse 18. No, verse 17. But he said, ye are idle, therefore ye say, let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Verse 18. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you. Yet shall ye deliver the table of bricks, the tail of bricks, Salakia.
Like I said, it's the oppression. They're ramping that up, right? Giving them unfair tasks to do. So how does Israel respond to this? What's the next thing that happens? Give me verse 19.
Verse 19. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case.
Hold on a sec. Read that again from the top.
And the officers of the children of Israel.
So wait, hold up. So there are officers in the children of Israel before we even came out of Egypt, before we were even given the law, statutes, and commandments officially. We had a culture that had rank and order. So what was it that the officer's job was to do? Was to see the condition of the people.
Right.
Was to look for problems that need to be solved. And the first thing that they noticed, the officers said what?
That they were in evil case.
They were dealing with some BS. This is like when a brother, man, this that BS. This ain't right. It starts with the recognition of something and communicating it effectively. Whenever something is wrong, whenever something don't make sense, this is what counsel's for.
Right.
That's why we have counsel. That's why we have, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have officers. It's people that can overlook the condition of the general people and to have the responsibility and the wisdom to acknowledge when things are wrong and acknowledge and address them. Let's see how they do that. Go ahead.
After it was said, ye shall not diminish aught from your bricks of your daily task.
Keep going.
Verse 20. And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh.
No, they stayed and did decisions based off of what they felt was right. What did they do?
Who stood in the way as they came forth.
From the top of verse 20.
Verse 20. And they met Moses and Aaron.
That's what they did. They went to their elders.
Right.
When they noticed something was wrong, they went to their leadership to find out what the next step was. They didn't act on their own. That's how you know there was rank and order back then. Because they went to the leaders of the people, which was Moses and Aaron. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say that term, if you see something, say something, because that's like on some snitch stuff. What I'm saying, though, is if you see a problem, make sure that there's a solution for it and make sure that you go through the proper ordinances to get it done. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a really good rank and order scripture right here. These precepts right here. Screenshot that. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And they said unto them, the Lord look upon you and judge, because ye have made our savor to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us.
Basically, Now I don't know if that was the exact order, but they damn near were threatening that, right?
Right.
You're gonna make this brick, or you're gonna catch this sword. You're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? You'll bleed if you don't do this task that we've given you, though we've diminished your ability to do it. So they've been put in a predicament. That's what they're reporting it up to the men above them. That's what they're doing. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Moses returned to the Lord and said, Lord, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people. Neither hast thou delivered thy people at all.
And so this isn't Moses trying to check the Most High or anything like that, but he's touching bases because he's wondering what the next step is in this narrative. The Most High knows what he's doing.
Right.
He knows that there's events that have to unfold, and sometimes things get worse before they get better. And so we have to be ready for those things to happen in our day and time too. Things will get more difficult for us. Work will get harder for us. And then going through the proper ordinances, we then move to the next step because it gets to the point where it becomes so obvious. The officers find out. They point it up to the men above them. The men above them inquire of the Lord through prayer, fasting, supplication, and of course studying and counseling amongst the higher ranks. You understand what I'm saying? It's beautiful to see this. Because Moses is, he cares about his people. He doesn't want to see his people suffer. So he's got to check with the Most High and be like, what's going on, man? Things is getting kind of rough out here. We're doing what you wanted us to do. But they really stepping up that oppression on us. What's the next step? Well, the next step is the next chapter. Go ahead and read 7 more and then we'll switch.
Come on, Counselor. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Yahweh al Mashah Aitha Ra Ashar Aisha La Parai Kaya Bayad Khaza Kwa Yasha La Kham Waba Yad Khaza Kwa Ya Yaga Ra Sham Ma'ara Taza Slakia Ma'ara Tazawa. Verse 2. Waya the bar Alahayam al Masha Waya Amar Allah Yahweh Anaya Yahweh. Verse 3. Wa Ra al Abraham al Yatazak wa al Yaquab Baal Shadaya Washa Maya Yahweh La'a Nawada I Thaya Lacham. Verse 4. Wagam Hakwa Ma Thaya Atha Bara Ya Thaya Atham La Tha Lacham Atha Arataza Kana'im Atha Arataza, Magara, Yaham, Ashar, Gara, Yawa, select it, Gara, Garawa. How did you say that word, sir? Oh, that one right there.
Garawa.
Garawa. Ba. Verse 5. Wagam. Anaya. Shama. I. Thaya. Atha. Na'a. Quath. Manya. Yasra'ala. Ashar. Matazarium. Ma'ai. Badayam. Atham. Wa'a. Zakar. Atha. Bara. Ya. Thaya. Verse 6. Lakan. Amar. Labanya. Yasra'ala. Anaya. Yahawa. Waha wa taza'a thaya. Athakam. Matha chath. Slakia. Matha kath. Sabah lath. Matazaria. Waha taza lathaya. Athakam. Ma'ai da ba thum. Waga al lathaya. Athakam. Bazara wa'ai. Nata wa yah. Wabasha pa tayam. Gadalayam. Verse 7. Wala kwa chathaya. Athakam laya la'aim. Wachaya yathaya. Lakam alahayam. Wayada'ai thum. Kaya. Anaya. Yahawa. Alahayakam. Alahayakam. Hamai wa tazaya'a. Athakam. Matha kath. Sabalaya salake. Sabala wath. Matazarium. This is Exodus chapter 6, verse 1 in the English. Then the Lord said unto Moses, now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh, for with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he be select, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land. Verse 2. And God spoke unto Moses and said unto him, I am the Lord. Verse 3. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God Almighty, but by my name Yahweh was I not known to them. Verse 4. And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan and the land of their pilgrimage wherein they were strangers. Verse 5. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant.
You understand, the Most High is not seeing. This is the thing. The enemy is able to push the narrative that we're not the Israelites because we haven't been saved yet. You understand what I'm saying? because they do all these things to us all throughout history up until this point, ever since about 1400 AD, 1500 AD, and all the atrocities and all the continuous oppression that they put on our people. But the Most High remembered his covenant with the real Israelites, the real ones. You feel me? Because that's what this end game really is all about, is our patience. It says the patience of the saints, right? Where we have to continue to do what we need to do in preparation for that salvation. Because it's going to happen eventually. We make it happen through our works. We bring it closer because of what we do. When we realize that, when our nation locks into that, that's when it will happen. But until then, it starts off with you and me and brothers here who are the spearhead of that awakening. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out of the and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments.
So we're going to be removed from our burdens of having to work a 9-to-5, a slavery. We're going to be removed from the burdens of being under these other nations. And that's exactly what happened back then. The Most High made a promise to us, and he has every intention to keep it. But you got to hold through the oppression. You have to power through it, knowing what the end result is going to be before the other nations experience it. That's what prophesying is, because we know what happens before it happens. We go out and say it because we read it in the book and we understand it better than anybody else. We have that confidence that the Most High is going to come through and do what he said he was going to do, because that's what he said he was going to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And I will take you, and I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians.
We have to understand it too, that the Most High is doing this to show us. He'll destroy an entire kingdom and damn near make an extinct an entire nationality to show us just how much he cares about us and how he chose us. Just saying that is inflammatory, because everybody assumes that God loves and only cares about the whole entire world and every nation on the earth. But he says the other nations are as a drop of a bucket. He says the nations are like unto spittle. So it's like nothing for him to get rid of them. But in the time where they're at their power and are oppressing us, he allows that. He'll allow it. So it may seem like the Most High is not with us during that time, but we have to step it up and earn that favor of the Lord for him to come through and deliver us from whatever oppression we're going through, whether it be 5,000 years ago or whether it be 2025. Go ahead. Oh, Amadium. All right, go ahead.
Tazi Arbanza Bala Wambani Ashrala.
Tazi Arbanza Bala Wambani Ashrala.
Yahba Shem Yashab Rakatam.
Yahba Shem Yashab Rakatam. Which one's mine? Was this mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to read, let me see. You just did 7. Read through verse 14.
Oh, 6, my bad. 6 and what?
6 and 8.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 8. Waka Bataya Atakam Haratza Ashar Nasha, the ya, Ata, 6 and 9. 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 6 Yedayai.
It says to finish at verse 17, so just go all the way through 17.
Come. Letha. Athacha. La Abaram. Layatzakia. Walaya Iquab. Wanatha ya Athacha Lakam Mawa Rasha Anaya Yahweh. Verse 9. Waya Labar Masha Khan Allah Al Banya Nasrallah Wala Shema Awan Al Masha Makwatzra Rawak Wama I Badaka Kwasha Pa. Verse 10. Wairbar Yakawa Al Masha Lamar. Verse 11. Baal Labara Al Paraya Malak Mutazarayim Waishalak Ata Bania Yishrala Ma'aratzazan. Verse 12. Wayarabar Masha Lapanya Yahawa Lamar Khan Banaya Yishrala La'a Shamawan Alaya Wakiyak Yisha Ma'ainaya Paraya Wanaya Ara Shipat Tayum. Verse 13. White Bar Yahawa Al Masha Wala Aran Wiyatzam Wam Al Banya Yisraala Wala Paraya Malak Mutazarayim Akha Watzayim Ata Banya Yisraala Ma'aratzayim Matazarayim. So verse 14. Alaka Ra'ashaya Bayat Abatam Bania Rabawan Barak Yisraala Kia Nawak Wapal One Ketza Rawan Waka Ramaya Alaka Masha Pakyata Rabawan. Verse 15. Wabania Shama I Yawan Shemayawan. So like Yama Wala Waya Yamain Wakad Waya Kayun Watza Kikar Washa Wallah Banya Haka na ai naita halal Allah masha pakita shemaim verse 16 wallah walacha shemawat banya la lawaya la lata lada tam ga rashwan wa khat wama raratay yeah wama rarataya wa shanya khaya kia lawaya shabayim no shabayim wa shala shayam wa mata shanakha. Read through 17.
Okay. I think that's the last one.
Okay. Banya Gara Shawan La Banya was Shemaya Lamasha Paki Khatam. What was it, sir?
All right, let's get that in English.
What was it?
Verse
6 and
verse 9.
This
Or
is
no, verse 8.
okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 8. And I will bring you in unto the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and I will give it you for an heritage. I am the Lord. Verse 9. And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. Verse 10. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 11, go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he let the children of Israel go out of his hand. Verse 12, and Moses spake before the Lord, saying, behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me, who am of uncircumcised lips?
Keep going.
Verse 13, and the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, and unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
One thing that I really love about being in this school is how the Most High can take brothers out of any living condition and turn them into righteous prophets with powerful speech and many talents and capabilities. Well, the rest of the world may not see potential in them. The Lord sees the greatest potential in what would be considered some of the meekest of us. Those of us that have health issues, those of us that maybe perhaps weren't raised in a very studious type of household, maybe not the most prestigious of upbringings. Now, Moses, you would assume, would be of a prestigious upbringing, but he was not prestigious of the upbringing that would be to the standard of an Israelite. You understand? But rather that of Egypt, because he was raised by one of the Pharaoh's daughters, or was affiliated with her when he was young. So he comes in and he's humble. He's telling the Most High, I'm not qualified for this. I don't feel like I am, because I ain't been somebody that they would typically see as a leader for our people. The Most High told him, he says, you are, because you're a real one. Mm. And every one of you that's in this school is a real one as well. And we all have our different flavors of the same mindset, because we have different backgrounds. Some of us come from different backgrounds, completely different backgrounds, but we can agree that these scriptures are real. Right. And we can agree that the job that needs to be done is that we have to prophesy against this kingdom to warn them once, yea, twice, that they need to treat the children of Israel better, because there's going to come a time where we're not going to be warning them anymore, because the Most High is going to be judging them. You know what I'm saying? In a massive scale. You're talking about storms coming in, fire, tornadoes, and, mountains on fire and wars breaking out. Stretching thin the resources of the enemy, because he has to address all the land that he's overreached in his conquest, which is bad management. That's what happens when an empire gets so great. They lose their focus on efficiency. They lose their ability to micromanage or macromanage a great kingdom. Egypt fell because of that, because of their pride. Because they felt that they could just do whatever they want to the people they're in without looking for any regard to take care of them in the long term, and only focusing on the short term. That's how our enemies think. They focus on the here and now, what they can get right now, without regard of the future. That's why America's in a $30 trillion deficit. That's why our budget is $1 trillion every year for the military, just the military. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have to sustain the status quo that they've created, and it's not a sustainable model. Well, the Most High is preparing a new model on the earth that will be sustainable, because he's put his children through the ringer to know how not to lead a people, right, how not to run things. So we can look at all of our history and all of the struggles that we went through and take it to heart and remember those things, so that we can navigate in the right direction at every turn. Read on.
Come. Verse 14. These be the heads of their fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok and Palilu, Hezron and Carmi. This be the families of Reuben. Verse 15. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel and Jamin and Ochad and Yakin and Sohar and Shaul, the son of Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon.
Keep going.
Verse 16. And these are the names of the sons of Levi, according to the generation: Gershon and Kehath and Merari. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years.
Most High Christ. More verse, go ahead.
Verse 17. The sons of Gershon, Lebniah and Shemaiah, according to their families.
So that's the verse that we landed on here. We'll end it on that. But this is basically just going again to the pedigrees and the excellence of the family that they made, and notable names within those families. And I believe that that's pretty much all sons, right? I don't see any daughters mentioned. It's not that daughters aren't great. I'm just saying that that's the way the lineage flows with Israel. So when you're talking about pedigrees, you're seeing these sons' names. I personally want to go and read every single one of these names to see how to say it in Hebrew and what they mean. But that maybe we'll do that in a later Hebrew class or something like that. Because, brothers may like to have, names pocketed for if they want to, name their child, something like that, right, or name somebody that they love, one of the names in the Bible. So biblical names that we know, like Jacob and Adam and Matthew and John. There's other ones, like, what were the one we were just reading? We were just reading Jamin and Ohad and Jakin and Zohar. Like, those are names, right? Mm-hmm. Those are names that we could use. Hebron, not LeBron. Hebron. You know what I mean? we just gotta be more well-rounded. It comes to practicing our culture. With that, Imagine, I try not to, you know.
Last Raleigh.
Last Raleigh. Let's cover this up.
Then we're gonna solve. Upon all the numbers, we need to turn to these. We go turn the wash on the dash. Abanau. Shabbat Shema. Wadash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Tabaa. Watazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratiza. Kawah. Ayah. Bashaman. Tanana. Lakam. Ka, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawatna, Tasalakna, Kabawatna, Wala, Tabi'ayna, Manasai 1, Abal, Aishayna, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Laulamin, Aman. And what we said was, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, sorry, turn to page B. At this time, we're going to salute the scroll. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakya. Come up here. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakya. Yeah, go ahead and blow the horn one more time. Still got it. It doesn't go there. All right, with that, sisters may have a seat. And at this time, we're going to give the brothers one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatam, Yadim Atah. Star turning face to sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Yadim Atah. Dismiss.